From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
A big honor for Belgrade schools as their orchestra program was invited to perform in France. I'm Jolie Slay, and I'll tell you about the orchestra's humble beginning and how students are getting ready to strike a chord in a different country.
Layoffs are expected at one of Butte's major employers. I'll give you the details.
Good Friday morning, Southwest Montana, 6:32 on this. It's a little chilly, a little snowy out there.
And fog, man.
There's a lot of stuff out there in the air.
It's a lot going on. Luckily, we're not talking a tremendous amount of snow, but it may be impactful mainly because of the timing, some visibility issues, and it's already cold. Our temperatures across the board, teens and low 20s for most of the area. Warmest temperature we have in the region out toward Missoula, sitting at 31 degrees. For the first part of the day. Visibility is still lacking in Belgrade and in Butte. Right now, visibility is sitting at 2 miles in the mining city, quarter mile in Belgrade. We do have the potential some light snow in the morning, some patchy fog, some icy conditions. Watch those bridges and overpasses. It's cold enough that we're talking freezing fog, so that could build up on a few of the area's surfaces like that. It looks like our snow chances are pretty limited, less than an inch expected, but likely to be impactful for parts of the area. We're going to talk more in depth from the patio coming up in just a few minutes.
Alrighty, thank you, Matt. Over in Butte, 7 people are named in a lawsuit with the Butte family that had a hit and run last year. Shayna O'Brien was charged with negligent homicide and failure to render aid in an incident that killed 23-year-old Austin Neves and injured his 21-year-old brother Connor. The lawsuit claims that Shayna was intoxicated and speeding while driving her father's Jeep when she struck the two brothers and fled the scene. According to the complaint, her father and other parties helped Shayna and her 2 other friends flee the scene, hide the Jeep, and destroy evidence of Shayna's intoxication. Connor Neves, his mother and father, and the estate of Austin Neves are seeking an undisclosed amount of monetary damage. Shayna's criminal trial is set for May 13th. And a major Butte employer is shutting down part of its operations. Our John Amy tells us about the impact of this new development.
Citing the high cost of electricity, REC Silicon is closing down a portion of its operations here at its Butte plant, which will result in the layoff of some of its workforce.
Our concern is for the employees, of course for the business as well, but you know what impact that's going to be.
The Moses Lake, Washington-based company announced it will phase out the polysilicon portion of the operations at the Butte plant over the next 6 to 9 months. This will result in unspecified workforce reductions. The plant, which buys its energy on the open market, said high electricity costs was the main factor for reducing its operations. Butte Chief Executive J.P. Gallagher said the company told him about these concerns earlier.
They buy energy from multiple different suppliers on the open market, and they try to find the best price available. So it's very volatile, and you know the prices of energy have been extremely high.
Northwestern Energy, which only transmits electricity to the plant, released this statement. The announcement from REC Silicon is a blow for the state's economy. The news of the loss of jobs is hard for the Butte community, but especially for the affected employees and their families. REC Silicon employs about 235 people at the Butte plant. It has not announced the number of layoffs. The city will try to help those who lose their jobs find new employment.
The employees that work out there are probably going to be highly marketable because we have a lot of different industries that say, hey, we need workforce.
Gallagher added he's hopeful REC's silicon production will continue to expand and retain workers at the Butte plant. The plant has been operating in the Montana Connections Industrial Park south of Butte since 1996.
We want to see them be successful because, you know, they've been a great partner for our community.
Well, not enough signs, drunk driving. What's been to blame for the recent rash of wrong-way driving on I-90? Our Cassidy Powers spoke with the Gallatin County Sheriff, who today blames both, but says one of those issues might be resolved soon.
Well, in less than 3 months, we've seen 4 reported cases of wrong-way drivers on I-90, one even killing a woman. The Department of Transportation has recently ordered new wrong-way signs, but will this really solve the issue?
So right now, the reason why that is, I think, is it's been alcohol related. And I'll have to say that I'm getting a little frustrated with the community.
Sheriff Dan Springer explains that behind all of these recent wrong-way driving incidents, there is one leading suspect: alcohol.
This is an intoxication issue. People need to stop driving while they're intoxicated. Servers need to stop serving people when they're intoxicated.
On November 24th, 2023, a man was arrested and accused of endangering 37 other vehicles as he drove the wrong way on I-90 between Bozeman and Belgrade. Another man was arrested on Sunday, December 3rd after allegedly driving westbound in the eastbound lanes of I-90 at the same location. On January 4th, 2024, 22-year-old Lisa Graywell was killed when a wrong-way driver struck her head-on near Three Forks on I-90. An investigation into that incident is ongoing according to the Montana Highway Patrol, and charges against the driver are expected. The most recent incident occurred February 3rd, where a man was arrested after heading eastbound on I-90 in the westbound lanes near Manhattan. Although drunk driving seems to be the leading cause of these wrong-way incidents, Springer says there are still steps the Montana Department of Transportation is taking in hopes of lowering rates of wrong-way driving.
Right now, MDT, working with them, they have ordered the signage. That should be coming in the next 8 to 10 weeks.
The 9 new wrong-way signs will be installed at 4 interchanges: I-90 and 287 at Wheat, Montana, Manhattan, Amsterdam, and Belgrade.
They have a radar on them, so if they start going the wrong direction, the lights or the signs start to flash and light up.
Springer says these installations are only initial steps to a much larger issue, but for now, these wrong-way signs are the quickest solution to see improvements on the road. In Bozeman, Cassidy Powers, MTN News.
A petition has been denied by the federal government to add the Northern Rockies wolves back onto the list of endangered and threatened species, a move that has caused some mixed reactions across Montana. Our MTN's Kelsey Boggs met up with a few residents on both sides of the debate and has more.
The wolf debate dates back decades, but a new study recently published by the University of Montana explains Montanans are growing increasingly accepting of wolves. How many think that's true?
I think they should stay where they originally came from.
It's a hot topic in Montana.
They go after the most vulnerable, which is usually the young calves and yearlings.
Surrounding wolves and whether or not they should coexist in the Treasure State.
I am totally anti-wolf.
Back in 1926, wolves were successfully eradicated in Yellowstone National Park, following claims from farmers and ranchers of the animals killing off livestock.
It's very heartbreaking for one thing, because you raise these animals and you try your best to keep them, house them, and everything in the best way possible.
But Jeff Ewalt, the executive director of Zoo Montana, said the decision to kill off the wolves proved to be wrong.
You have to have a top predator in an ecosystem, and wolves play that role. If you take that top predator out, the entire ecosystem is going to collapse.
Baker rancher Molly Lozine has had her fair share of wolf encounters.
We've seen them around here. They are not like coyotes. Well, coyotes will run away from you, but wolves will stare you down, and it's quite frightening.
The wolves, they did have their place, but I think they've done their job and they're starting to overdo their job.
Jerome Vandersloot is an avid hunter. He says the impact from wolves is obvious. Over the past 7 years, he's only been able to harvest 1 elk.
Over the years of hunting, I've noticed a very, very drastic decline in elk and deer populations. I spoke to an old guy earlier this last hunting season that he's hunted an area south of Big Timber and he hasn't seen elk there in 20 years. I guess they used to be plentiful before that.
The University of Montana says those concerns are in the minority. According to a new survey, in 2023, 74% of the general population said they were tolerant of wolves, up from 50% in 2017 and 41% in 2012, claiming Montanans are growing more accepting of the animal. But a decision last week to deny adding Northern Rockies wolves back onto the endangered species list flies in the face of that survey. A 2022 study by Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks states there were only 1,087 wolves in the state. Ewalt says it's time to put the animals first.
These animals need some love, and the more that we can get, the better for the species.
One thing's for sure, the debate over wolves will continue, most likely for generations to come. In Billings, Kelsey Boggs, MTN News.
There's a big honor for the Belgrade School District. Their orchestra program is invited to participate in the celebration of the 80th anniversary of D-Day in France. Our Jolie Salee tells us about the orchestra's humble beginning and why students are excited to strike a chord in a different country.
The Belgrade Orchestra makes a lot of noise with their stringed instruments, but lately they've been pulling some strings to make it to France.
You're excited but scared because you're like, what are we going to do? What am I going to have to learn? There's always challenges that you have to go through.
Dylan Morgan and Derek Stone are middle schoolers, a part of Belgrade's orchestra program.
What do you guys feel like you've learned since being in orchestra class?
Perseverance to keep with it.
And that's thanks to their teacher, Cindy Stone, who brought the program to life 5 years ago.
Belgrade needed this, and we've just kind of gone crazy since then, and a lot of growth.
In 2019, Stone only had 12 students enrolled in orchestra. Today, there are 180 middle school and high school students enrolled.
It's a lot of kids.
But she wouldn't have it any other way.
I get to watch these children become confident young men and women, and it is truly an honor.
Another honor Stone says her orchestra being invited to perform at the 80th anniversary of D-Day in France.
We're very, very excited.
I was pretty pumped and excited about it. And it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and the croissants.
But aside from the croissants, Derek and Dylan say they'll be playing to honor their great-grandparents who fought in World War II.
We get to play at the cemetery in Normandy, and we're going to lay a wreath there. And I look forward for these students and parents to be able to experience that.
In the meantime, Stone and her students are raising money to make it there. A fundraiser is planned for this weekend at the American Legion. For more information on how you can help these students get to France, visit our website. In Belgrade, Jolie Salee, MTN News.
All right, time for us to take a quick break. After the break, Matt Elwell, Taylor's version, has your full forecast after the